The most radical change I'd like to see implemented at the Wikimedia Foundation is to move to a model of bottom-up prioritization. Time and time again, we've seen the WMF board and upper management be out of touch with the issues and problems that editors and staff on the ground are facing. We should be looking to those groups to come up with ideas to work on and resource, not just getting them solely from the top. Finally, I think that most editors wouldn't even consider this to be a radical change. Rather, it's already ingrained in the wiki ethos.
The most radical change I would like to see in the Foundation is the emphasis on becoming a leader in advocacy for digital rights. Because open knowledge is at the heart of digital rights, having free access to information should be a guaranteed right to all humans. I would like to see the Foundation take a larger role in advocating publishing under open licenses, in promoting digital security, and in actively opposing infringements on access to information. I'd also like to see the Foundation support smaller organizations that are aligned with the open knowledge mission.
I would like to see the Foundation become much more community-orientated, integrating the community in all parts of its activities, which sadly is not currently the case. This is one of my main reasons for standing. Related to that, I would also like to see the Foundation significantly invest in the technology issues that community has been raising for many years now through processes like the community wish list. I think these are two fundamental issues that would significantly increase the impact of Foundation work and make the community a lot happier with the Foundation.
And this is a tough one, as I didn't know the outcome of the movement charter drafting process. Neither I am a member of the Wikimedia Foundation Board of Trustees yet, so there is a lot of knowledge to digest first, and I think that even radical, and especially radical steps, need to be informed. So in the future, if we want to speculate, I may be a fan of no big changes, or, for example, I can be a big fan of splitting Wikimedia Foundation into several entities, like Wikimedia USA. We need to remember that such decisions require a lot of analysis, consultation, and thinking, however. So I think that you will learn about them and this consultation in the first place. This is about the future and what I might do. The more important thing is what I did and what I'm doing right now. What I did was being a part of the first outcome of my community, growing my affiliate, and opening new programs. It was serving in the FDC, advocating for decentralization, and doing many changes, small, larger one, here and there. What I'm doing now is even more interesting. It's not even taking care of a chapter or of a movement charter, as we are speaking of. Perhaps the most radical thing is building the first regional hub, serving communities and individuals in the whole Central Eastern Europe region. That's a revolution. What is more, my chapter plays a big part in developing other hubs or thematic groups as well. So the changes are happening right now.
There are three things I'd like to see radically change in our movement. That includes the Wikimedia Foundation, but also other parts of our movement. The first is how we embrace technology and innovation. The second is DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and community health in general. And the third is thriving interrelationships between different movement entities. And embracing technology and innovation, I mean that recent years have brought about numerous technological advancements and changes to the way users consume information online. They look for platforms with videos, interactive components. In our case, it could be timelines, tables, graphs, and all in all, an engaging and adjustable user interface. Not to mention advancements in machine learning, natural language processing, and AI. I would like to see our movement embrace innovation more, address our user needs, both online and offline, and in general, harnessing the power of technology to reduce the amount of mundane technical actions currently done by our volunteers so they can focus on more important actions that machines cannot perform. So both how we internally work and also how our users engage with our platforms online. The second thing I'd like to see radically change has to do with community health and DEI. This is not lip service to me. I wholeheartedly believe that in order to achieve our goals as a movement to serve humanity, we must first become a safer, more welcoming, healthier online space. And second, we must continue to make active efforts to include everyone in the creation of human knowledge, especially less represented groups. Finally, I'd like to see a radical change in how different components in our movement operate and communicate with one another. I have watched us as a movement waste so much precious time and energy on internal affairs. I would like us to be internally more stable, resilient, and healthy so we can focus less on addressing internal issues and focus more on external threats. There's so much work to be done. The world, both online and offline, is not becoming an easier place to live in. We need to be focusing our energy on finding new mechanism to fight fake news, bias, censorship, and other threats to free knowledge.
Thank you again for this question. This is still very much interesting. Personally, I'm someone who has been involved in diversity, equity, and inclusion, and this is a very radical change that would seek to be implemented in either the board or the movement itself. We need, when it comes to tools, we need tools that are focused or centered on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I'm also very happy about the movement strategy because it's also addressing the issue of knowledge equity. And also when it comes to this, still on this diversity and also equity and inclusion, if you come to some regions, you notice some of the issues they're having, like the IP block or unfair blocking challenge, which is affecting almost everyone, especially people from the African region. It has actually affected me personally, and it's a very burdensome issue affecting a whole lot of well-meaning Wikimedians, especially in Africa, because just like I said, and I will always keep saying it, that Africa remains an untapped region for WMF and also the movement at large. And if we're aiming to really make the most of the movement strategy, especially in knowledge equity, we need to improve the limitations hindering this region. So if I am elected onto the board, this is one thing I would definitely support when it comes to implementing change or things needing radical change. I would definitely push for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Thank you.